Hello, my name is Brian Canning. I'm a contributing editor with Motor Age Magazine, and today I want to talk to you about tech productivity. Now, it's not the normal conversation I have with shop owners and service managers where I talk to them about things we can do to make their technicians more productive, proficient, and efficient. Today I want to talk about things that we as shop owners and service managers can do to make the business more productive, and in the process of that, driving sales, profitability, and most important, customer satisfaction. As an industry, certainly as most of the service managers and shop owners I've talked to and have talked to over the years, um, we're very willing to hold our technicians accountable. We're very willing to uh, uh, describe for them all the things they need to do to be more better time managers and do a better job of taking the car take care of the cars they're touching. And the truth is that's not a bad thing. I think it's very important that we as shop owners and service managers do work with our technicians to define our expectations for them and hold them accountable, in line with those expectations. So on the front half of that, that's good, but the back half of that is where we kind of stumble, um, not only as the individual shop owners and service managers, but really as an industry. We don't necessarily do a great job of driving production in our shops, and that's because of, well, several perspectives that cause that problem. I think first and foremost is just our approach to customer service, and in that, our approach to maintenance and how we look at the vehicles that are coming in. It's almost a universal that um, shop owners and service managers that I talk to is we need more cars. I don't have enough cars, but the truth is that we just really don't do a particularly good job of the cars that we are already seeing. In other words, um, again, as an industry, as individual shops, we very typically miss opportunities on vehicles we're seeing. And when I say miss opportunities, we miss billable hours that are available on items such as vehicle maintenance, on repairs and services that we've made recommendations on in the past, and also on the fact that we don't necessarily do a good job, a good disciplined job of inspecting the vehicles that we're seeing. So we miss out because we don't approach maintenance in the correct way, if we approach it at all. We miss out because we don't inspect the vehicles the way we should be, and in that, again, we're missing out on maintenance, sales, and services. We're missing out on previous recommendations, even things like TSBs, tech service bulletins, that we're certainly capable of handling. Too often we don't even look or mention those, and too often we have the expectation that the dealership is going to handle those. And again, that's hours that we're sending down the street, or not even acknowledging or attempting to go after at all. Um, all of these things have an impact on production, have an impact on the sales and profitability of our shops. Most importantly, have an impact on customer satisfaction, because of course we're not treating and servicing the customers the way they expect to be treated. I always like to look at our job as automotive repair and service professionals as very similar to what our doctors do for all of us. We go to our doctor and we have a sore throat, or hopefully we're going in to have a physical. But I would have an expectation that while the doctor is checking me out for whatever my immediate complaint is, he's also going to do things like check my blood pressure, check for things other than what my immediate complaint is. Few pounds overweight, maybe I have blood pressure problems, maybe I have diabetes, but I would want my doctor to check those things to make sure that I'm in good physical condition, or to recommend things that'll get me there. And in our approach to customer service, too often we are driven by that customer description. I have squeaky brakes, and we end up inspecting the vehicle, we end up repairing the vehicle based on that description, not necessarily doing a good job of inspecting the vehicle, looking at the systems and subsystems, not necessarily checking that components are working and functioning the way that they should be, not necessarily looking for preventive maintenance services that are going to prevent a future breakdown. Most importantly, keeping our customer's car safe and reliable until the next service interval. We need to really look at the way that we inspect the cars. We need to look at the way that we are making recommendations on the cars. Again, very, very heavily involved in recommendations for maintenance and previous recommendations that we've made. Also, we need to do one important thing, and that's from the perspective of our role as service managers and shop owners as leaders. We set shop process, we set expectations, and or hopefully we do those things. And in the process of all that, we have the ability to create a flow, or we have an ability to create a hindrance. And too often it's a hindrance to production that we create. We're so driven to create a shop process that is controlled, that has double checks and that has oversight, that we create a process that is an impediment to production. There is so much involved in the way we handle and manage cars coming in and out of our shops that our technicians almost have a difficult time even putting their hands on the car for the purposes of service and repair, because we are so driven to be on top of what the process is and where the car needs to be at a particular moment in its journey through our shop, that we're getting in the way of our technicians turning the cars around. Most importantly, inspecting, repairing, and servicing the vehicles in the process of all that. So if there's a takeaway from today's conversation is, be mindful of what your shop process is, generate or create a process that supports and drives production, go to the trouble of creating an inspection process that supports production, and by that I mean is very thorough in checking out the vehicles, but also is supportive of the technician's effort. Our process should not include things such as the technician dropping our customers at home for their convenience, or using our technicians to pick up parts. Every time we pull our technicians away from turning a wrench, doing the things they need to do to service and repair a car, we're doing things to impede production in our shop. And that's dollars and cents. That's an impact on things as far-flung as profitability and customer experience and customer satisfaction. We need to get out of our technicians' way. We need to set expectations for our technicians to live by. We need to hold them accountable to those things, but we also need to create a process that supports their effort. And that I would say is the most important thing coming out of today's conversation. Create a process that supports the productivity and get out of our technicians' way and let them do the things we pay them to do. Thank you very much.